Here I come, lads. Counting for you, weirdo. Let me put some notifications up to let people know to come watch. Enjoy this copyright-free shitty music for a second. Jesus Christ on a crutch. Everything's fucking with me right now. Hello! My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. You can call me whatever the shitball you want. I feel like shit. I look like shit. I haven't slept in about 24 hours, so... We'll see how this fucking goes. We're gonna do some stuff. I'm gonna try to keep this short today. Whoop Wednesday is back. I did like 4 hours of work on the Etsy store last night. So if you go to ciadifpv.com, there's a link to the Etsy store. There is a shitload of new stuff on there. I've been meaning to do this for a while. I apologize that it took so long, but you know, better late than never. Look at this. So I put all the stickers up as individuals, mainly because I have completely different quantities of each one now. Like, for example, I only have one of the NASA stickers left. So did that go to the next song? Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah, it did. Okay, there we go. That's better. So yeah, they're all I don't know. Do whatever you want. Go over there, get some stuff. Keep in mind though that like the Etsy store is here for you guys to like support me. It's not here for you to get 9 black 23mm standoffs at a competitive price. Although come to think of it, I think you can only really get the 23mm standoffs from Pyro Drone, and I believe they're 75 cents each. So I better raise that price up. I'm not going to raise the price up. Everything is $5, just to keep it simple. And, yeah, again, the point is not for me to sell these things. It's like, hey, you want to support me? You can get a bunch of black nuts while you're at it. So, yeah, head over to Etsy if you want. If not, fuck you. Alright, let me move that shit over here and push these buttons. There's gonna be much dirty, horrible language, so put the kids to bed. You know, get your cotton for your ears if you're sensitive to, you know, words. I don't know why you would be. They're just words. Who's in the chat? Eric Allen was first. Weirdo with a Skateboard was next. We got Larry up in here. We got... Who else is here? There's Ken Hill. Patrick Ruan. Twisted Skies. You're new. Thanks for coming. I haven't seen you before. Maybe you've just been lurking. If you're new, welcome. Thanks for coming. This is going to be a weird one. Yeah, this will be a little different than the normal streams, but I don't know, maybe you'll like it. Patrick Ruan is here, Tiago's here, Ken Hill in the house, Weirdo with a Skateboard again, there's Freelojo, there's Dave's FPV, the Bros is here, no sound, really? No, I see the little volume meter, it's moving up and down. You're full of shit. I missed shouting, no sound. Situation normal, sound good on my side. I got sound. Okay, it's just you, Tiago. The Bros, Ken Hill, Super Deluxe is here. Watch Ciati sleep live. Yawman Flights is here. Speaking of Yawman Flights, we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do Mailbag first because I just kind of can't fucking wait. The 17th floor is here. I don't recognize that name, so either you've just been lurking or maybe it's your first time here. If it's your first time here, welcome. This is going to be a weird one. Carbon Cage is here. Woo! Carbon Cage is upside down, and it's 3:40 a.m. there. So, Daddy Cage better be the only one watching right now. Little Cage, if you're watching, nah, man, you got to go to sleep, little guy. You got to go to sleep. Carbon Cage's son is 13 years old and flies better than most of you fucks. Jay Jones is here. What's up, Jay? Oh, thanks, YouTube, you scumbag. You scrolled me to the bottom. All right, scrolling back up, trying to find my spot. The 17th floor says, "Can I send you the stickers I made?" Absolutely. On the stickers, I wrote the Super Virgin FPV. Dude, 17th floor and anybody, you guys can send me whatever the shit you want. Send me stuff. I will show it on the channel or give it away or both. Or if I really like it, I'll use it. Dave's FPV says, "Plug it up." Larry says earmuffs. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of earmuffs here tonight. Mr. Huggy is here. There's Dave's FPV again. Patrick Ruan. Freeload. Patrick Ruan rightly saying words are hard. Freelojo. Hooking a brother up with, hooking you guys up, rather. Fucking, here we go. Here we go with words. Freelojo dropped a link to teespring.com. I don't even have one of my own Teespring t-shirts. So if you want to do something cool, you can go order a Teespring shirt before I do and take your picture with it and tag me and be like, ah, you fuck. I win. I'm more you than you prick bastard. Rick Zapata is here. He became a Patreon on Monday. Thanks, brother. Need a list of parts or recommend something for a 1S Whoop race build? Rick, do me a favor. Shoot me a message either on Patreon or Facebook or Instagram. CIDFPV all over the place. Shoot me a message and we will work it out. I like to ask a couple questions about like what you're going to do with it. It looks pretty obvious what you're going to do with it. But yeah, let's talk. ESK Race is here. Who else? I don't want to miss anybody. I hate missing people. Pieter Vorster is here. Might have gotten that somewhat right. I think that about does it. I think that's everyone. Middle of the day. It's 3:44 p.m. here in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, weird time for me to stream. Usually when I stream here in the middle of the day, it's kind of light, but that's fine. I like to stream. I like to stream towards the middle of the day here because us fat cheeseburgers, can watch, and then Europe can watch, and crazy people in Australia too. Looking at you, Daddy Cage. J-Bo is driving and watching. Speaking of driving and watching, if you guys have been on Instagram in the last, I don't know, half hour, this will be boring. But if you haven't, then I'll show you something you didn't know. The other day in my Facebook feed, actually, a picture of a big-ass Miata event on the East Coast called Miatas in Boone came up from 3 years ago, where I was where it was the first time. It was like the 5th or 6th Miatas in Boone, and I noticed that I had brought Kristen's car, and this event, like right before this Miatas in Boone, the engine that I'd had one of the people from this event, who later I found out was not very trustworthy, blew up. It made great power, but it only ran for about 10,000 miles before the crank broke. Or no, I guess the crank hadn't broken back then, but it was burning. When I would drive it in anger, it would burn a quart of oil every 15 minutes, I believe it was. So I mean, it was down. It was really undrivable. I would limp it to work every so often, but it was just a nightmare. So this picture reminded me. I realized that the Miata has been undrivable for 3 years. Eventually, I had a factory, a stock 90,000 mile NB engine put in about a year ago, I guess. After the crank broke when we tried to move the car from Charleston to Atlanta, and I had the car for a week here in Georgia before I, for the first time in my entire goddamn life, at 39 years old, got into a car accident. Most of you know, but for anybody that's new, previous to FPV, I had about 15 years in competitive driving, autocross, track days. I'd been a autocross instructor, driving instructor, for almost 10 years. And yeah, always been interested in driving, but had enough sort of common sense to not ram into shit. But yeah, so this is what I did. This was like a year ago. I got a bunch of the replacement parts with the help of Joshua Bardwell. Huge shout out to him. Unbelievable dude. But so I got all the replacement parts: new front clip, new front bumper, both front fenders, hood, headlight, radiator. I need a new intake system, lots of stuff. But I just couldn't quite afford to get it to a body shop to have them do it, and this level of damage is a little bit outside of my comfort zone working on cars. I replaced my driver's side door about 2 years ago with the help of my buddy Ben, and it must have taken us like 10 hours, and it was just fucking miserable. Bodywork is a son of a bitch. And yeah, this is like next level bodywork. Especially with the lip. This is a real deal Garage Vari lip, which is worth a lot and very, very rare. So I didn't want to fuck that up. Somehow that survived the accident, which is like amazing. But yeah, so bringing things up to date, the reason why the car is on a flatbed here, going to an actual shop. Shout out to GMG Performance. They're a shop here in... Where are they in? They're not in Alpharetta. Yeah, they're around Atlanta. I don't know what town they're in, but yeah, they're in Atlanta, Georgia here. GMG Performance is the shop who builds all of T-Pain's cars. So through my meeting T-Pain at the last Drift event a few weeks ago, I got linked in with these guys. And the owner of GMG Performance, George, is a super nice guy, and he's actually a drone operator. He's got a shitload of hours in photography drones. And he's usually the one that's driving the Pickle Rick mobile. I gotta learn the actual name of the car. The car has a name. It's Pickle Rick something. Pickle Rick-tacular. It's something cool. But yeah, I talked to George about everything that was going on. He said, dude, get the car here. I told him, look, I'm not in a hurry. Like, you know, one of the secrets is if you can find somebody at a body shop or just a repair shop, a mechanic, anything like that, if you can befriend somebody and then just tell them, like, hey, I'm in no hurry at all, a lot of times what they'll do is just kind of put the car outside their shop, on the side of the shop, and when they have downtime, they'll just, like, screw around with it a little bit and do a little bit of the work here and there. And it'll usually save you a ton of money. In my case, I'm going to basically be paying off all the work that... So GMG Performance makes really, really high-end stuff. And when I was talking to him, I was like, you know, I'd asked him, like, do you know of a cheap body shop that's not going to, like, totally fuck it up and put, like, you know, wood screws through stuff? And he said, and that's when we started talking, and, you know, he basically said, like, just bring it here. So yeah, I'm basically going to be paying off the discounted work that he's going to do because, you know, he's not going to put the car... He's got probably 5 or 6, you know, mechanics that are working there. So if you roll that car into the shop for those, you know, paid mechanics, and they take work, you know, hours out of their 9 to 5 day to work on that car, you're going to pay full rate. You're going to pay 120, 140, 150 an hour for a shop that does this quality work. Whereas if you just say, you know, what I'm like, just work on it when you can, it usually comes down quite a bit. Not to mention that it becomes a lot harder to track the hours. That's one of the reasons why it becomes so much cheaper, is because they'll just put in like 20 minutes here and there, and they'll forget that they put in 20 minutes on Tuesday, and you know, you get like some free labor out of it. But so yeah, I'm basically going to be paying off the work that they do in drone work. I'm going to be going up there. I couldn't fit the front clip and the front bumper in the Miata, so I'm going to drive that up in Kristen's too. one of these days, and I'm gonna bring all of the ducted stuff and do some. Their shop is gorgeous, and they work on some really high level stuff. Yeah, so I'm gonna do like some shop tour kind of stuff, and I want to make them a cool promotional video. And there's some, and we talked about some other really, really cool shit. That's yeah, hopefully going down in Florida next month, and could be, yeah, could be a thing. Could be a thing. Cletus McFarland, Freedom Factory, T-Pain, your boy Ciotti. So we'll see. I'm super psyched. It'll be great to get the car back. I also think that I'm gonna ask them to do a little bit of work on the front end to get a little bit more steering angle out of it. At this point, so the front bumper that I got looks like shit. The front fenders don't look great. The driver's side door is kind of fucked up because the fender pushed into it. And it's also fucked up because Ben and I installed it and we didn't know what the hell we were doing. Both rear quarter panels have now been hit while it's been parked in Charleston and now here in Atlanta. And on Miatas, the rear quarter panels, if you ever want to total somebody's Miata, just smack one of the rear quarter panels with a hammer and instantly the entire car is totaled, because the rear quarter panels, there's no access to them. So you can't do paintless dent repair, and it just totals the car. Miatas aren't worth shit anyway, so it's kind of easy to total them. But yeah, both rear quarter panels on the Miata are on Miatas, first and second gens, I should say. I don't know about the third gen or the fourth gen now, but yeah, there's no access, and they're very, very hard to repair and very expensive to repair. So the car is fucked up, front, back, left, and right. So might as well make a goddamn drift missile out of it, I guess. It's already got a CAS differential in the rear, which has always been a real fucking problem. CAS differentials are a cheaper, typically drift diff. If realistically, the only people that really buy CAS diffs are drifters, and they lock up. Sorry to get so deep into cars here with you guys, but I know a lot of you guys know what's what with cars, so fuck it. But yeah, the CAS diff basically makes the car extremely loose when you jump off of the throttle. So I've had to really change the way that I drive, specifically for my car because of that. I drive everybody else's cars as an instructor much more aggressively on when I lift off of the throttle. So yeah, it like weirdly has all these things that yeah. It's also got, it's getting a Koyo, a big old 3-core Koyo radiator, which will keep it super cool when it's pounding in the limiter. The motor that's in it now is kind of garbage. It's not garbage. It's just, it's a bone stock 90,000 Miata engine. They're not worth that much. The previous engine that was in it had a shitload of work done, significantly higher compression, head work, valve work, and it made probably 30, maybe even 40 more horsepower than this engine, and that just makes this engine feel like ass. So building it into like going up into the mountains with it and shit like that, I know I'm not going to like it. I know I'm not going to be happy with it. So if I do some drifting with it, I can probably blow up this engine and then K-swap it, which one of my buddies who went way farther down the track day rabbit hole than I did, he just K-swapped his, which is great because that means that he's figuring out all the bullshit, and then I can just roll in with mine at some point here in a couple years probably and be like, yo, Marcus, so you still remember how to do that shit, right? And I'm sure it'll go way smoother the second time. So yeah, down the road, the plans will certainly change for the car. If I end up keeping it, we'll see what happens. But for the time being, yeah, I think I'm going to have them just put some more angle in the front end, and then just the body work, and then it'll be something that, and also, you know, I'm going to all these local drift events to fly, and there is downtime, so it would be super fun during the downtime to just hop in the car, and I'm getting to know the event organizers and shit too. I'm pretty sure they'd let me go for a couple runs, and just, you know, it's I miss motorsports. I really, really miss motorsports. I miss the sounds, the smells, the driving with my fingertips, driving really hard, driving in anger. That's something that yeah, I've been in love with for 25 years, and I haven't been able to do much of it, and it's, I miss it. So yeah, we'll see. Drifting for me is, I'm way more of a grip guy. I got really into drifting way long ago. Back when I was in college, we're talking like 99, 2000, 2001. I spent a few years really getting into drifting. It was kind of before it hit this country. But a friend of mine, Chris Rayo, at the College of New Jersey, was super into imports, and he kind of got me into imports, and that led us down the rabbit hole of drifting and shit. And I had a rear-wheel drive Mustang back then, a notch body Fox, a notchback Fox body rather, and so yeah, I spent a couple years really getting into that and understanding it and practicing and all that stuff, and just kind of burned it out and got tired of it, and that's when I went towards the grip side of things, and that's just an infinite grip driving just has an infinite learning curve to it. So yeah, I've always kind of been like, you know, I went down that drifting rabbit hole and kind of drove it into the ground. But it's still fun. It's still fun to practice car control, and get a car sideways and just kind of play around, and yeah, so it could be cool. We'll see. It's not expensive to put more steering angle in it. I don't know if I don't know what they do on a Miata. I don't know if they pull I don't know if they pull spacers out of the steering rack to get the steering rack to push farther, or if they do like an extended tie rod or something like that, but I'm just gonna leave it up to them. This shop builds tons of drift cars, so I'm sure it'll just be like, oh yeah, we know exactly what to do. It's done 10 minutes later, so we'll see. Yeah, reversible. I mean, not even it's not even like reversible. It's just it's a mod that it doesn't make it in like a lot of, so like welding a rear diff, running the alignment specs that serious drifters run are pretty kind of out there. There's a bunch of like drift mods that make it into like a full-blown drift car pretty quickly, and I'm not really interested in any of those. I'm only really interested in the really cheap and simple stuff that's just going to make it a little bit more viable to actually do this with it and have some fun. So we'll see. It'll be interesting, and there'll be drift footage of me. That'll be interesting. And I'll be able to tell Adam and Dan and Glenn and Patrick and J-Bo and who am I forgetting? Sanaka, to like land on the car and shit, like, you know, because I don't give a fuck. I'll tell them to hit the goddamn car so I can go out and have those guys swarm on me and fucking land on the roof and the hood and shit like that. So it'll be interesting. We'll see. All right, enough of car nonsense. Oh! Chat, why does it do it to me? Why does it do it to me? Why does it fuck me? Never give up. Ciati, Yawman Flights and I were talking about you and how we might express our appreciation of all that you do other than just give you money. Who wants that anyway? I do! I'm hungry, fuckers! We came up with this gimbal protector idea for your radio. Although we know you already got some crunked dicks on your sticks. It actually doesn't fit. the crunked dicks, like, I mean, it kind of fits, but it doesn't actually fit. I'm gonna do something. There's gonna be a perfect thing, like, use for this, other than jamming up anuses. There's gonna be like there's gonna be a perfect, like, joke or something I'm gonna do with that. Where'd we go? We thought perhaps you'd enjoy some Clam Man expired Ciati branded purple ones. They were going to be dung beetles on there, but it seemed like they'd end up broken off in your gear bag. We remembered your bug aversion as well. Thank you guys for that. Oh god, I had such a insect freak out earlier on our front, like in front of our front door. There's a little deck kind of thing, and we've had this fucking IKEA bag sitting out there with like towels and shit in it that used to be in the trunk of the Miata. And as I was taking all the replacement parts and shit out, I was like, you know what, let me get this bag the fuck out of here. I moved this IKEA bag, and like 4 fucking huge roach palmetto bug fuck faces and start, oh god, fuck you. So y'all man designed and printed these, sent them to me so I could experience their awesomeness before I sent them off to you. Well, we hope you. Now I will show the chat YMF and Keith Drones, September 2020. Never give up. Look at this font. Is it just me? Is this like a fucking Cool Runnings font? Or is there? You guys are old as shit like me, right? You remember Cool Runnings? Tell me that's not a Cool Runnings font. Am I special? Is that not a Cool Runnings font? I gotta give you guys the full goddamn experience here. Look at this. I'm really I have a terrible feeling it's not gonna fit in my bag, but it's gonna live, possibly like just out here on my table on my desk so I can just look at it. Look at the glory that is the Ciati FPV Clam Never Give Up gimbal protectors. Look at this! They're so sick. You can almost close the clams. There's Y'all Man's logo there. Yo, this is so fucking cool. You guys did such a good job. The big old swirly piles of poop, man. Come on, look at that. Look at that! Look how fucking cool that is. Oh my god. You guys are the fucking best. I'm very lucky to have such a cool community of just caring, sharing, creative, awesome people. Guys, thank you. Super, 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 super cool of you guys. But wait, there's more. Yeah, I got some more mailbag stuff for you. Look at these. They're red. Little foam feet that are red. I think I already showed you guys these. Oh, new sticker. Oh, new stickers. You might have seen them in the Etsy store if you went over there. Look at that. Look how holographic that is. Yeah. And then the little 8-bit FPV down the bottom. Look at that shit. You can't tell me you don't want that on your fucking face. And then look at this. Not only do we have the matte tiny little stickers, now we got holographic. So I'm gonna have to switch this out. These little size stickers are absolutely perfect for your goggles. I cannot wait to switch this out to the holographic. That's gonna look so fucking cool on there. Why is this webcam being such a shitbag right now? Look at that. This isn't. I only have this sideways because it fits in my bag better like that. There you go. That's what they normally look like. And I did. Oh yeah, I did change the there's a new sticker set up on these guys. Look at that. I moved some stickers around. I took some off. I added some. Look at that. I'm a big fan of stickers. I'm a big sticker guy. You guys remember him? There's a blast from the past right there. Webcam. What the what like what if I was on a fucking video conference with a very important client? What do you want from me? Why won't you fucking expose right, you scumbag bastard? All right, enough of that. So yeah, get you some stickers, or else, fuck you. Be mean to your audience. They like it. Stockholm Syndrome. What's up, Freelojo? He tagged me. @tag me if you want to talk to me in the chat. If you're not tagging Ciati FPV, I'm going to assume that you're talking to each other. Which is a good thing, because you guys are the collective. God damn it. I'm going to mod. I found this on my hard drive, and I got to do a little... I got to edit a little bit of it out, but we're going to have another little drop coming soon. Here, I'll give you a quick little fiddly fop. What the hell does that mean?
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
So I got to do something with that. I wish at the beginning they said Borg Collective, because then I could just chop out the word Borg and we are the collective. Ooh, that would be so fucking cool. Anybody know audio? Any audio lunatics out there that can redub that? You know, because it just I'm sure it's just some kind of a voice modulator, right? Yeah, if you guys can redo that, whatever, message me. What's happening? Jabo tagged me. Weirdo with a skateboard tagged me. He says, why does a round pizza come in a square box and get cut into triangles? America! That's why. Because we dumb. Yeoman Flight said, you did good not repeating. Ciati FPV must got some new meds. Oh, yeah, right. No, actually, I'm off them. I've been off of, well, I mean, I ran out. But yeah, I've been off of I have one little half a pill left. Why can't I think of the name of the fucking medicine that I take? Acidopram is the generic name, but the actual name that people know is... Sometimes that works. I don't know, it's a thing. Whatever. But yeah, I'm off. I'm off of them. It's just too expensive to go to the psychiatrist without insurance, and then the pills are unbelievably expensive. But yeah, it's still a little early to tell, but I might feel a little clear-headed. I've heard this from people who have jumped off of SSRIs, which is what this is. SSRI is selective serotonin. Fucker. I forget what the RI is, but basically it gives you, it provides additional serotonin, so that your lows aren't so low. So that's really the big thing that I need to pay attention to is that when the depression comes, just to be very careful, because the lows are going to be lower, but the highs will be higher, and yeah, it just most of the depression meds, they, you know, if typically with depression, your lows are very like normal people will oscillate here. They have a good day, they have a bad day, a couple good days, a couple bad days, and they'll just kind of oscillate in here. Well, with depression, your oscillations are like this. Your lows are very, very low, but then your highs are very, very high, and you get what's called manic. What a lot of these pills do is just take this and they turn it into this. So unfortunately, you lose a lot of those highs. Like you just kind of don't feel happy ever. You're just here. And so yeah, I'm actually. It's been over 2 years, maybe 3 years, that I've been on some form of medication that alters my brain chemistry, and it's been a lot. It is quite the fucking journey trying to find the right combination, the right dosage, and it's been a rough fucking journey. And sometimes it has felt like this particular medication wasn't really doing anything good. I kind of landed on this one because the side effects weren't anywhere near as awful as all the other ones. Definitely still side effects, but yeah, not nearly as bad. So we'll see, man. I'm cautiously optimistic, and I'm gonna give this a go. I'm gonna give it at least a month. I really just want to fully detox off of it. It takes 2 to 4 weeks to let it completely get out of your system. The majority of it, the main detox is like the first week or so, and so that's what I've kind of been through already. And then it kind of gets more, it just sort of slows down. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't die. Which is a really... If I do, I made a joke about it, and that will be my legacy. T-Bird FBV says, what's up? He tagged me. Tiago Ramos says, ask T-Pain for the garage work. Larry says, do you know the guys at Liquid Iron Industries? I do not. Custom off-road vehicle fabricators in Berlin, New Jersey. I don't, Larry. I never got into the off-road stuff. Man, you want to talk about spending money? Go play in the dirt with cars. God damn. Mike Bergman says, if every customer had your mindset, I'd be a happy guy. Thanks, Mike. I try, man. I try to be the dream customer because I've worked. I worked a lot of years in retail. I worked in sales for a lot of years, and project management. So I've kind of, I've got my professional career is basically helping customers, and customers are assholes. So don't be an asshole, and it'll go well. Gary Higgins says, what's the best 3-inch motor? I've been having problems with the Zing 1303 5000 kV on my Twig XL. Gary, there really is no best motor. There are just different motors that do certain things better than others. The motors that I always recommend to you guys are motors that are really kind of specifically made for freestyle. And to go even a step further, it sounds weird to say this, but like low power freestyle. I have no reason to build a micro that's got like 10-to-1 power to weight ratio that can hammer 80 miles an hour across the field. To me, that's not what a micro does well. That's what a 5 or 6 inch rig does really well. So let those rigs do it. The big problem is to get a micro to go over, like, let's say 60 miles an hour, you've got to put so much goddamn pitch down on it that if you're trying to get HD footage, which is all I care about, you're going to get some HD footage of grass and concrete. And who the fuck wants that? So, yeah, the whole big power micro thing kind of escapes me, but there are certainly people that have to stay under 250 grams, and then, hey, it's got a use. So if that's what you want, then you're not right. You're not going to want to listen to what I say. But if you want something that's similar to the way that I fly micro rigs, which is freestyle in smaller spaces, I'm assuming that's a 3-inch. Well, you said 3-inch. 1404 motors are great if that's a 9x9 only mounting platform. 1404 is going to be the biggest you can get, unless you're willing to order from China. If you're willing to order from China, my RC Mart has RCX 1306s, which are 9x9 mount base. And those are hands fucking down the 3-inch prop motors. They're the ones that, if you're forced to stay 9x9, that are going to just demolish the 1404s. Mainly because, going from a 4mm tall stator to a 6mm tall stator, that's a 50% increase. That is gigantic. So they just make so much more power than the 1404s. Yes, they don't have as much stator width, so they don't have as much torque, but the extra power really makes up for it, and you don't notice a difference in prop wash handling and stuff like that that really benefit from the wider stators. So, yeah, that would be my pick. The 1404s are great, too. I would stay away from the Zing 1404 and the Beta FPV 1404. They are horrendously notchy. I have actually not found a 1404. Those are the only two, I think, that I've played around with. I might be lying right now. Emax has a 1404. Emax Eco 1404. It didn't seem like it was all that durable, but it was a hell of a lot less notchy, and you could tune it so much easier and more aggressively. So right now, here today, I would say if you had to go 1404, Emax Eco, they're also very inexpensive, which is awesome. But I have a Flywoo, I want to say, NIN Titanium 1404, just one. I just got one so that I can see how coggy it is. I have that coming, so maybe that'll be good. You never know. But, yeah, long answer to a short question. That's how we do it. Who else we got? Oh, thanks, YouTube. Yep, do that. Okay, so here we go. Scrolling back up, of course, because that's what I do. That's my fucking life. Tiago Ramos says, don't crash on the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis. Yeah, that's true. Dave's FPV says, like a drag car, the diff. What do you mean, Dave's FPV? The diff. When I say diff, I mean differential. Was that what you were maybe asking? Weirdo the Skateboard says there was thinking Ciotti was reporting shit, but no, my stream just decided to restart. Okay, yeah, I don't report you guys. Fuck that. I don't care what you guys do. I mean, within reason, of course. Mike Bergman, there's about a 2-inch hole worth of access in those quarter panels. A really well tooled. I thought you were going to talk about shooting the gap. A really well tooled and very skilled PDR tech can get in there and make things move. But usually it's glue only for them. Yeah, from what I've been told from 2 separate PDR people, is that there's no access and that they can only do the glue thing. And both of them have said that they've done it before on these Miatas, and because of the way that the fender is, the roundness of it and the thickness of the metal, they've just not had luck pulling those rear quarters. Not to mention that when it got hit on both rear quarters, it got all scratched to hell. So, like, it doesn't even matter that it's all dented in. It just looks like a bag of shit. So, yeah, there's that. Hey, Bachgrinder stumbled in the door. That's the perfect entrance. What's up, DJ? How are you, brother? T-Bird FPV says, it made it easy finding your place. Did I... Oh, yeah, the Miata, right. Just look for the smash to hell Miata. Weirdo with a Skateboard says, not a FPV-related question, but you got any type for trying to get your first job? Because I just got my Social Security stuff so I can apply. Are you asking for, like, trying to get your first job? You asking for, like, advice? Clarify, please, weirdo, because that could be a, like, 20-minute rant for me. Damien Manyobo says, did or do you skate? Damien, can you not, you guys, I guess you guys can't see it, huh? You can kind of see it. So this is actually, so I was never allowed to skateboard growing up because my mom thought I would knock my 2 front teeth out. So once I was an adult, I started skating at the age of 30, and the whole popsicle skateboard thing was just not. I was just too old at that point. So I got into longboarding, downhill longboarding, sliding, and all that fun shit. And this is actually one of Kristen's boards. This is a Donald Takayama board. He actually died by Chuck Barfoot. And this is a really fun board. It's got these crazy revenge trucks that have a shitload of angle on them. Look at these things. Ready? Look at how much that steers. And it's on like this big poly bushing. It's a really interesting truck design. So yeah, this is one of Kristen's boards, and then I tripped and fell, and all the boxes went everywhere. That was fun. This is my big board. I used to have a 60-inch board, but I sold that when I was in Charleston because it was just too fucking big. This is a 47. This is made by Gravity. They're some of like the OG longboard manufacturers. This is actually a really rare board. And I've got this on original trucks. And you want to talk about turning angle? Look at these fuckers. 250 millimeter wheelbase so that it would clear these cutouts in the deck. Look at how much steering angle. These trucks make this 47-inch board feel like a penny board. It's crazy. These trucks like liven this board up like crazy. So yeah, this is my long board, and then oh, I'm sorry, kitten. I just screamed and you got all scared. These are the boards that Kristen and I would actually ride. like those two big ass boards are just for funsies. But these two guys are what we would actually ride. I want to say this is a 38. No, this is a 41. This is made by Gravity as well. It's called the Mackay. And this is a drop deck. So they run, to get the deck down nice and low, you put the trucks up through the deck. You put the base plate up above the deck. And then the hanger goes down below. It's a really cool design. Gets the board really low. And yeah, this was the board that I did a lot of sliding with and downhill shenanigans. And yeah, really a cheap board too. Really cheap board, but just awesome. And these are Randall trucks. These are actually a limited run of Save a Tree green Randall trucks. And then this is Kristen's kind of like daily driver, I guess you could call it. We rode the shit out of these two boards. This is made by Madrid. They're another company out of California. Same kind of deal. Drop deck. And then these are Randall trucks as well. These are a limited run Randall breast cancer awareness truck. And I'm so jealous of this board. I'm like so in love with this fucking board. The artwork and the fact that it's bamboo and it's got the clear grip tape and the artwork is mirrored on the front and back. I fucking love this board. So yeah, that's our fucking skateboard collection, man. I've never talked about that on the stream, which is odd because it was a big part of my life. I got pretty deep into it for maybe like 2 years, and then I when I was 31-ish. So one of the ways that you slide the boards is on your toe side, and you wear slide gloves with pucks on them. The pucks are basically the same thing that superbike riders wear on their knees when they put their knee down in a corner at 180 miles an hour. They've got these nice thick Teflon pucks that they can just push into the asphalt. So we put those on our gloves, and when you slide toe side, you put your hands down on the concrete, and that flattens your body out. You literally do this with your body, but you're laying down, and you push the board out with your feet, and that allows you to rotate and you basically drift the fucking the longboard, but it's brakes, right? Like, how the fuck do you stop on a skateboard? You can drag your foot on the ground, but that's sketchy as shit. Sliding is actually a much safer and just all around better way of stopping, and it's fun as fuck because you can go real fast and then not die. So I was on a toe side slide, and you're not supposed to push down so hard with your hands. You're supposed to try to keep the board weighted, but I was apparently not doing that, and the left slide puck, it looks like a hockey puck. The left slide puck caught on. It happens all the time when there's like a crack in the road that's going like diagonal or straight up and down, but this crack in the road just happened to be like absolutely 90 degrees, and the slide puck went into it and didn't come out of it, and my left shoulder paid the fucking price, and I just ripped my left arm out of the socket, and it did a lot of damage to my rotator cuff. It was quite the fucking horror show in the emergency room. They had like a bunch of people dying come in, so I ended up getting stuck in the waiting room for like 4 hours with my arm out of joint. And when that happens, your body tenses up the whole rotator cuff to try to prevent your arm from falling off, and when that happens, it won't go back in joint. And they a lot of times they have to put you under to get it back in there. And yeah, it was it was the first time I ever started to black out from pain. That was kind of cool. And then when I finally got a bed in there, they had to get like the security guards to come, and they wrapped bed sheets. They wrapped a bed sheet around my torso here, and one of the big ass security guards was over there, and then the other big ass security guard grabbed my wrist. And what they have to do is they have to pull it hard as fuck to stretch all the rotator cuff out, so that the ball can go back in the socket. And it was a horror show, man. I've never like screamed absolutely as loud as I possibly can, uncontrollably. All the curse words that I could possibly imagine. And but they eventually got it back in. They said they were gonna give it one. They literally said like, all right, we're gonna give this one more try, because they tried like 4 or 5 times and they couldn't get it. And like every single time it was like just I had no control. The pain was so bad that like I was very embarrassed, because like in my brain I was like like, stop screaming, yo. Like, you're screaming as loud as you can, which for me is pretty fucking loud, in a hospital. like in an open hospital, right? But yeah, they said we'll give it one more shot, and on the last try it kind of makes that noise. Like if you imagine like the most horrifying possible noise that your big ass shoulder bone could make going into the thingy, that's pretty much the fucking noise that it makes. I'll never forget it, and it makes me cringe. But hey, my fucking, after like 4 months of 3 times a week physical therapy, I have 2 working arms again. Man, we are off on some fucking rants today. Eric Allen says, have you done any body stiffening? I have not. The Miatas don't typically need it too much. Usually what happens when you start going down the stiffening path on a Miata is you very, very quickly, almost instantaneously, hit a point of either diminishing returns or you're adding enough weight that the stiffness doesn't offset the weight and you go slower. As an example, there's a rear subframe brace on all first and second gen Miatas that all the professional racers take off. It's not even that heavy. It's like 4 pounds, and it legitimately stiffens up the rear of the car and makes it so much nicer to drive. Like over train tracks, you really can notice it. But it makes the car slower out on track, and what the hell, you know? Ditch it. Anything that doesn't make you faster, ditch it. I played a little bit around with some stiffening shit, and it did make the car not faster. It made the car much better to drive, less cowl shake. But yeah, I would always go slower when I would have those stiffening mods on. So I think they've all come off. I don't think I have a single one left on the car. The rear subframe was the last one to go, actually, and that went when the motor went in. So yeah. Bachgrinder says, sign up for this and we will send you food. Dude, I don't know if you're still in here, DJ, but I just fucking heard about Treat Stream. There's another. I downloaded it. I fucking downloaded it. But I downloaded the wrong one. Treat Stream, dude, thank you for fucking. I saw it on the internet somewhere, and then I immediately forgot the name, and well, I thought I downloaded one of them. I guess not. I meant to download one, but it wasn't that one. It was some older one that apparently doesn't work as well. So yeah, I gotta do that. I gotta do that. Hold on. Is it? I'm assuming there's an application, right? How the fuck am I how am I so far behind on a fucking complete rando stream? What world? How bad can one streamer be? Treat Stream. Oh, the sleepies are coming. They're fucking coming. Oh my god. Try to stay up as late as I can, and then I'll go to sleep, get 8 hours, wake up in the middle of the night, and then I'll try to stay up a little bit later tomorrow. I've given up trying to pull my schedule backwards, and I'm pushing it forwards, because trying to go to sleep a half an hour earlier every night is just not working, because I'll do it for like 3 or 4 nights, and then I'll have a night where I don't do it, and then it wipes it all out. So yeah, I'll push forward and maybe die. Okay, it doesn't look like they have an application, so I will click on the link. There we go. Treat Stream. Cool. I'll get set up on there. That'll be fun. Nice. Squints used it back in his Twitch days. Scroll. Mike Bergman's loves Cool Runnings. I fucking loved that movie when I was growing up, and I have no idea why. You guys want to kiss my egg? That's what she said. Scrolling. Gary Higgins has been looking for a Twig XL motor. Been having trouble with the Zing. Oh, wait, we already talked about that. Cool. Weirder with a Skateboard can do audio, sort of, if his Pro Tools would fucking work. Scrolling some more. Squints, he's talking about my magnet, I'm assuming. Squint says, your magnet hangs on my porch door. My daughter constantly points it out. Weirdo with a skateboard. Hey, there it is. Selective serotonin retake. That's the word I couldn't think of. Retake inhibitor. I had the I, but it didn't make sense without the retake. Good call. Thanks, brother. Scroll. Oh, look, you all guys. You guys all helped me out. Mike Bergman says, did you stop those cold turkey? SSRIs are rough to stop that way. Fuck no, Mike. Yeah, to anybody who ever in the future takes SSRIs, never just stop taking them. There's a pretty good chance you'll kill yourself. I say that very confidently, and we will move on. No, yeah, I've been ramping down off of them for almost a month because I've been running out of them, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to afford more because, you know, I've seen what that shit costs without insurance. And then Mike Bergman says, take Super Deluxe up on that offer. What's are you really a shaman, Super Deluxe? No shit. Yeah, that's dude, let's talk. Hell yeah. Right, no flying until there's a fucking vaccine. But figure something out, brother. I like that. I've been we'll talk. Airbender says, what's up? What's up to you? Scroll. Airbender. Oh, you fucking motherfucker. Alright, stand by. Airbender says, what do you think of Beta FPV 95X V2? Well, shit. I don't even know much about the V1. Where's the V2? It's a Whoop quadcopter. God, fucking Beta FPV. Stop saying Whoop quadcopter. It makes us sound even more fucking nerdy. Oh, yeah. The setup for the 360. I almost fucking bought this. I still want to buy it. Like, if I didn't think that it would be so easy to build this myself, I would have bought this. Because I don't need. I already have a 95X frame. I already have nano cameras. I already have motors. I already have, you know what I mean? Like it would be kind of insane for me to buy a ready to fly. Yeah, I need to. So my current plan for my 95 frame is to put the Beta 85 canopy on it, which has the tarsier, because I think it looks like the tarsier is just far enough forward where it won't have ducts in view. If it doesn't, that canopy is coming right the fuck off of there, and this is exactly what I'm going to be doing with that. I really like this. I'm not showing it to you guys because I'm a bad person. So yeah, it looks like it's just a fucking, you know, I don't know. Here we go. Words, motherfuckers. Words eluded him. You guys know what it is. It's one of those things. It's one of those naked Cinewoop. Is that what we're calling them nowadays? But I didn't know it was also set up for the nakedness. I thought it was kind of specifically for the Insta360 Go. Oh, that's interesting. So they're not putting the battery on the clean section, on the jiggly section. This is neat, putting the VTX in the back like that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I really like this a lot. If I were a bind and fly buying person, I would buy it and then bind it and then fly it. Wait, I gotta finish up Mailbag. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I'm relatively caught up on the chat. My Hero 7 stopped charging batteries, and I'm I'm over it. I'm hoping that this 8 will be a little bit more durable, but I know that it won't. The main reason that I got the 8 though is because you can't get the 7 anymore. I got like $10 back by going from the 7 to the 8. Since the 9 came out, the 8 price went down, and that's what I've been waiting for. So yeah, now I've got an 8 which does 2.7K at 120 frames a second, and that is fucking awesome. That is gonna be great for drift shit. To get up to 120 frames a second on the 7, you have to go down to 1440 or 1080, which still look fine, but not as good as 2.7K. So yeah, this is going to be great. And what's annoying about doing that, going down to 1080, is you'll have like some footage that's when you're in Premiere, you'll have footage that's 4K, some footage that's 2.7, some footage that's 1080, and they all need to be scaled to a different dimension, and it's just a fucking nightmare. So yeah, this is I'm excited about this. I got this last week sometime, and haven't had any mounts for it, but Brain 3D came through. I was so impatient. BMC 3D was Brent was out on vacation, and I was just I gotta fly this fucking thing. And Brain 3D makes beautiful stuff. Brian, get this. You can't make this shit up. The name of the guy that runs Brain 3D, Brain, B-R-A-I-N, is B-R-I-A-N, Brian. The guy who runs BMC 3D, his name is Brent. So Brent and Brian, and they're friends. And like they don't work together, but they don't compete really. Well, I mean, they do kind of compete, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, these just came today, and I'm so excited because now I can go smash the shit out of this GoPro Hero 8. Here is a this is going to be a give. Either this or my red one is going to be a giveaway gift. This is fucking great. You guys should all get one of these and leave a note that says that I sent you, and maybe Brian will send us some stuff for the giveaways. But this is a ND filter and micro SD filter holder thing. But the big fucking awesomeness is that it's got the positions labeled, and you can put 2 ND filters into each one of these positions. If you haven't flown freestyle with ND filters before, you break them. You break a lot of them. And so you always want to have 2 of each. ND2 is kind of pointless. ND4 is bordering on being pointless. For me, I do ND8, 16, and 32. If I'm gonna go below 8, I can just sacrifice not having an ND filter and just have a shutter speed that's a little bit higher. So yeah, this will be a cool giveaway thing, and the rest of you should just go out and get one because they're not very expensive, and this is just kind of one of those things. This kind of reminds me of Grip, right? Like it just solved a very specific problem in like a really good way. Really well designed, just one of those things that yeah, if you are gonna have ND filters, the problem with the ND filters is like the difference between an ND8 and an ND16 is very hard to see. Like you do this fucking thing where you sit there and you second guess and you're like, nah, and like it kind of doesn't matter. I mean, you just put it on the quad, and if you check your footage, which if you check the fucking fuck this conversation. Moving on. So yeah, these are Hero 8 mounts. These are both glide here. So is this 3 glide here. Did I get them in different up tilts? I did. Look at the big brain on me. What did I get? One. Oh god, no, I spanned the gambit with these fuckers. Look at me go! Okay, so I got all 3 up tilts. 40 degrees in red because we're fucking fire. We're flying on fire. And then I got this purple, regular purple one for 30 degrees, and then the violet for, it appears, 20 degrees. Color code your shit, guys. If you have multiple of like the same rig, color code those fuckers. So that when you're at the field and the red rig is being an asshole, when you get home you'll remember the red rig is an asshole. Just one of those little things. And then I also got one for the goddamn Cineexplore, which is very exciting, and I'm oh, and I have T-Motor. Well, I mean it's GemFan. GemFan makes T-Motor props, but T-Motor has T-mount 3-blade Cinewoop props that just came out, and I've got some on the way from Pyrodrone. These 5 blades are very cool and very interesting, but I want to try the 3 blades. And that's all I have to say about that. I don't know. Alright, so this guy goes over here. That's going to be fun. A whole bunch of these. These are my preferred way of holding your balance lead. Yes, you can just spin it around the goddamn the battery wire and and kind of tuck it in, but I've still had them fall out. And a balance lead going into the props is no fucking good. That could, like, you could lose the whole quad. The battery could catch on fire. There are so many bad things that can happen. I am willing to, you know what? I've always wanted to weigh these little fuckers, and I never have. I am willing to sacrifice whatever this weighs. I'm willing to sacrifice 0.9 of a gram, and so should you. 1.0 grams. 1 gram. My brain is a pile of shit. So yeah, these are fucking awesome. The other thing that I really love about these is when you fly each battery, right before you fly the battery, you put the balance lead into here, and then you strap your battery down. You fly, you come back, you unplug, you unstrap the battery, but there's no reason at that point for you to pull the balance lead out of here, so you don't. You leave the balance lead in there. Well, now you know which batteries are charged and which ones aren't, because the balance leads are either in this fucker or not in this fucker. So, like, it seems like such a simple thing, but it really makes a difference. Like, every once in a while, I'll run out of these, and I'll have like a battery or two that don't have them, and it's awful. and like when it happens, I'm like, man, people live like this. This is insane. Also got a couple more Immortal T rear standoff little jib jabs. Okay, I can't hold them. And a Acrobrat Insta360 Go holder. This I am excited about, because look at the protection. I am gonna fuck this Insta360 Go up. I hope you're ready, little guy, because you're gonna get the shit smashed out of you. I am gonna, like, purposely smash you. There's gonna be like a stop sign. I'm gonna be just, here I come, motherfucker. This is exciting. Look at that protection, guys. Ooh, and it slid in there really nice. Like, there's no way in hell it's gonna sneak out. We about to break this goddamn Insta360 Go. Ashurian, here I come, motherfuckers. What'll be nice is when I break this, Ashurian will give me my money back, and then I can buy my next one at Best Buy and get the FPV Geek, Jesus. Not Think Geek either. What are those assholes called? They're not assholes. I'm just trying to be insane. Geek Squad, that's it. Yeah, I can get the Geek Squad insurance, and then I can just walk into Best Buy with my mangled Insta360 Go and say, give me another, please. So yeah, this is going to be great. I can't wait to fucking bash the shit out. the Insta360 Go is it's only 1080, which a lot of people have issue with. It's also only 25 frames a second. Those are two like definite strikes against it, but it's 18 grams. We really need to understand that. And here's the thing about the Insta360 Go. Yes, it's only 1080, but the resolution numbers are kind of bullshit. This has always been this way. You've always been able to buy a camera that's like 10 megapixels that's like $200, and you can compare that to like a 10-year-old DSLR that's like 1 megapixel that you can get on eBay for like $20, and it'll fucking destroy it. The quality of the sensor is much more important than the number that these asshole manufacturers put on there to say, hey, it's so-and-so resolution. And the sensor in the Insta360 Go is really nice. Like the 1080p footage looks really good. Like it almost looks like 2.7K footage in a way. And their stabilization is fucking fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to flying this thing hard. What I think is going to happen is the frame rate, the 25 frame per second, is going to become a problem, because it's just not quite enough frame rate for really fast action. But only one way to find out. So this is going to be fun. I'm going to I've been waiting to break this Insta360 Go. Obviously not on purpose, but I've just been waiting to fly it hard. And anytime I do that, shit explodes. And then a couple of little front standoff jib jabs, of course, because I always buy them every time I do a TPU order from anywhere. So yeah, Brain motherfucking 3D with the hookups and a couple stickers that I'll probably end up throwing in packages that go to you guys. All right, this is and they always throw in sweet tarts, which I'll probably also send to one of you lucky bastards. All right, let's get this nonsense put away, and we can move on to the next thing, which is something, maybe? What else are we doing? We talked about the Etsy store, GoPro Hero 8, Mailbag. Oh, the QAV-CINE Fraybot Special Edition 2.5-inch prop. Anybody see that today, yesterday, whenever they put that info out? I don't like... Well, okay, first things first. This is like, for me, I don't know. I don't know if I don't know how many of you guys have been into micros for long enough, but we've kind of come full circle in a way. Way back when... Oh, did I get the order in? Oh, I didn't. I didn't click the place order button. What an asshole. Hold on. It might... Oh, please don't have, like, remembered. Please don't have remembered shit. Please don't have forgotten things. Please. Go through, order. Go through. Come on, get FPV. Come on, get FPV. Remember, speaking of get FPV, down below, and at CiadeFPV.com, there are affiliate links for Get FPV, Bang Good, Bang Bad, Bang Mediocre, and Amazon. You don't even have to buy the thing at the affiliate link. You just have to hit any one of my affiliate links, and then that'll drop my code in their system. And then whatever order you do, I'll get a tiny little percentage of it, for nothing, just for funsies. Hey, there it goes. Okay, so we're good. And FPV Crate too. FPV Crate. Ooh, there's some fucking fire happening with FPV Crate coming soon. Streaming again, maybe tomorrow. Watch out. Making moves, god damn it. Let me find my smooth brain. Going to getfpv.com. I think it's on their homepage. If it's not, it should be. There it is. Let's take a look at this thing. So the only thing I don't, okay, so the full circle moment that I had when I first clicked on this and saw the picture is that probably closer to like 3 years ago, there were a bunch of frames that looked exactly like this. Exactly like this. With the carbon up on top and on the bottom like that. There were even some pushers. And nobody wanted them back then. They were like the bastard child frames that like only the total, I mean, we're all weirdos, but only like the total weirdos would fly the frames that looked like this back then. Because back then we weren't flying cinematically. We were flying freestyle. And for a freestyle rig, it kind of makes no sense. That's not true. It just doesn't perform as good, and yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting design. I don't know. I've never actually flown one, but when all of the cinematic shit started coming back out, and I first found out about how the ducts have such a negative impact on the way that all the Cinewoops fly, it made me think back to this style of frame, and I kind of thought, like, man, I should go look for one of these older frames that has this design, because the carbon on the top and the bottom gives you a decent amount of protection. It's still a little iffy flying around people, because little fingers can definitely get in there. But for flying around, like, so with the drift car shit, in paddock, there's a ton of cars with their windows open, and hoods open, and there's like hood props making little triangles and their hoods and shit. There's all these cool little fucking things to kind of zip in and out of. And the problem that I've been having is with the wind. When you've got full ducts, and even the Stan FPV ducts, which are a little bit less gigantic than these, it's just brutal. I mean, you guys probably have seen the hanging out with the little quick one that I made, hanging out with that drift crew and the yellow and black Sylvia. It was brutal, and like the wind was not that bad. Like there was just a little bit of wind, and like it was mega. Like I was having to sit like this to get the damn thing to go straight. Eventually, I just basically had to use the wind. I had to basically ride the wind into the car so that I could kind of, so that I didn't have to have this much angle laid in. I kind of rode with the wind, and then once I got into the driver's side open window of the car, well, then inside the car there was no wind, so it kind of worked out perfect. Like I had this nice line that kind of went through, and then I was able to flatten out on the inside, and then when I exited the car in the passenger side, I rocked to the right on purpose because I didn't want to go back into the wind, and I was able to then just ride the wind on out. But that was that was not ideal, right? Like I had to do that. I was kind of forced into that. I would rather not have had to do such a specific line. And the issue is here. The issue is right here. Like, right? I mean, it's obviously going to be just this big ass surface that gets pushed all around. And this style frame here, where there's the gaps in the sides there, it just allows that airflow and that wind to come sideways through and have much less of an effect on the rig. And then I really like these foam bumpers. Like these foam bumpers were like, they kind of sealed the deal for me because they're very easy to remove. Like it looks like they just they just slot on. Look at that. They literally just slot on. So you don't even have to take, it doesn't even look like you have to take the standoffs off. It looks like they just pop right on there. And if you look at the way those foam bumpers are designed, the foam is gonna hit like no matter what. Like, yes, you can get a finger up in there, right? So like this is not gonna be a rig for flying around people. Although maybe that's why they made it 2.5 inch, to keep the power down, to keep the weight down. I mean, it doesn't really see. That's the problem with 2.5 inch, is that it's just not much lighter than 3 inch, because it's just not that much of a difference, right? But we'll see. I don't know. I decided to get it. I'm hoping that it's good, and I'm hoping that if I do a good review on it, that maybe you guys will get it. A bunch of you guys will get them with the affiliate link that I'll put up in that video, and maybe I can get I can, you know, that'll somewhat pay for it, because I really don't need this. Like I went back and forth like no I really don't need like a third Cinewoop setup, but I in the end I still can't find the fucking Stan FPV Acrobat ducts. So the Acrobat is kind of no longer a Cinewoop, and the Cinesplorer gets the shit kicked out of it so badly by the wind that I kind of realized like this could be really, really handy, and this could be like a rig that legitimately does blend very well with this. Like this guy and this could be a really good little combination. So I'm excited. I didn't think I was going to be... when I first saw this, I was kind of like, wow, why? I was questioning a bunch of things, like, why would you do it that way? And why is this way? And but then, yeah, I just eventually kind of like walked through what, how you use a Cinewoop. And I still don't like that it's 2.5 inch. Don't get me wrong. I think that was a mistake. I think this should have been a 3-inch rig. But I know what motors work well on 2.5-inch props. My main use, I think, for this is going to be the Insta360 Go. I don't know if I'll ever carry a full-size GoPro around on this. And I'm also kind of hoping that this will kick me in the ass to do a decased GoPro Hero 6 maybe. Although I'll be honest, Freybot is flying this on Beta FPV 1204s. I'm like, oh my god, no! Don't do that. I'm wondering if I'm gonna put this on 6000 kV 1306s and run it on 4 and 5S, and just make all the RPM. And I'm willing to bet that I'll be able to pick this up. It's not going to be very efficient in doing so, but like in a pinch, which is really important, like just that's the other thing. I didn't like the saying goes, 2 is 1 and 1 is none in the film industry. 2 of everything is the same of having 1 of everything, because the second that you show up on site, the worst possible thing is going to happen. So 1 of everything that you own is going to implode the second that you show up. So you have to have redundancy across the board. The real professionals, the saying is 3 is 1 and 1 is none, because again, the second that you get there, 2 of everything is going to catch on fire. So yeah, this is a redundancy thing for me as well, especially because of how weak the Stan FPV ducts are. I broke 3 Stan FPV ducts in one like 2-foot fall to the asphalt at the drift event, and yeah, like that's rough, and they're expensive, man. They're like 20-ish per duct, you know. So that was like a $50, $60 crash. Whereas something like this, I mean, this is gonna be fucking bomb proof, right? Like with the straight up carbon on the top and the bottom there, like this is. And of course, I just now see that the fucking carbon fiber is not running the length of the arm, although it might not matter because of how this thing is braced in a circle here. So maybe yeah, that probably doesn't matter. I fucking hope it doesn't matter. But I'm excited. It's funny. I was very I was negging the shit out of this thing when I first saw it. Like, what the fuck? And then just the more I thought about it, the more I kind of realized, like, this could be dope, man. And I also really like that it's a pusher. The fact that it's a pusher was one of the other things that made me go, all right. That I really do like that about it, especially because the 1306s are gonna really push that prop line down even farther. So that's gonna really help it with the weirdness that you typically get with frames that have obstructions all around the propellers. So yeah, this could be cool. If any of you guys are like super into it now, I can create an affiliate link, or to be honest, just hit one of my other Get FPV affiliate links and then just buy it, and it's all the same. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't think I'm gonna stick with this whole. It looks like the battery straps are elastic. I'm probably not down for that, but. It should be cool. I'm way more excited about this than I thought I was going to be, and these foam bumper. I can't wait for these foam bumpers. When I kept banging into that up garage, that's the shop. When I kept bumping into the up garage car, these cloud plastic ducts were like you could really hear them hitting, and like those guys didn't care. But like I don't know. I just felt weird. Crashing into a 1200 horsepower drift car that I'm supposed to just be filming. So yeah, that's going to be cool. I'm excited about that. And that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover. What's happening in chat? J Drones just bought the 1404 Ecos. You're going to like them. Hopefully you bought 5. Speedy Turtle says, it's funny, we were just talking about that this morning. What were we 1404s. Yep. Someday, I will finish my motor notchiness edit that we did a big, long live stream about. And in that, if you can go back and watch that live stream, just scrub through and you'll see when I test each individual motor. In that live stream, you can see with your own eyes how unbelievably notchy Beta FPV 1404 motors are. I didn't have the Zings. I couldn't test the Zing 1404s. What the fuck else did I test? RC & Power 1506s, unbelievably notchy. And then, yeah, I tested the 1404 Ecos, and you can very obviously see how much less notchy they are, how much less coggy they are. And that makes a huge difference. It makes the quad fly so much better. So many less vibrations are getting into the gyro. You can go with a much more aggressive PID tune. It's going to handle prop wash better. It's just everything about it is better other than raw power. Really notchy, coggy motors have the advantage in like full bore, top of the throttle, fucking hard as you can go horsepower. But other than that, and that's why I always call them race motors for racing, because that is the only thing. Well, you could argue that they're more efficient, but yeah, no, they are more efficient. For me, the long range thing is about HD. So a really coggy, shaky motor like that doesn't make any sense. But for a lot of people, the long range thing is just no HD, FPV camera only. Just see how the hell far away you can get, and then see if you can make it back. So if that's what you're into, yeah. But if you want any kind of HD footage or just the quad to fly, not like a bag of dick sacks, less coggy motors, bros. Scroll. Where to the skateboard? Fucking typos. I was asking for advice. Advice for trying to get your first job. A lot of it is a numbers game of just like fill out a shitload of applications because like first and second jobs are typically not going to be like a career job. So when first time in my life being unemployed was when Chris and I were living in Charleston when we first moved there. So I guess I was like 35 years old, which is a pretty good fucking run, right? From 17 to 35, I managed to always overlap jobs and never get like fired or laid off or anything. Basically, the most I ever had was 2 weeks off, right? Give your 2 week notice and tell the new place that you can start in a month, and then you get 2 weeks of freedom before the new job. But yeah, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, jobs. So yeah, that was the first time I was ever unemployed, and I had that approach of like, let me just fill out a million applications, and man, did it not work, because career jobs are just not like that. It's about quality over quantity. But yeah, like first job, second job, third job are usually not, project manager for a Fortune 500 company, right? You're usually not going to make six figures at a first or second job. Fuck, if you can though, do it. No, don't do it, because those jobs are horrible. The ones I've had, at least. Yeah, I really think it's just going to be a numbers game. And here's a weird thing that I'm all about when it comes to jobs. Try to find something close. Having a little bit, even like 5 or 10 minutes less of a commute, for me makes a huge difference, because it compounds, right? It doubles every day, and then it happens 5 days a week. So that amount of time is like multiplied by 10 every single week. And, a 15-minute difference in your commute, that's an extra half an hour every single night, 5 nights a week. That's real. That's real money, right? If you take a job that's like $1 less an hour, but then you get that half an hour back every single day, that's a good, right? That's a good trade-off. So that's a little weird one there. Other than that, yeah, I mean, I think it's just going to be a numbers game. Although, make sure when you fill out applications, you don't fuck anything up. Like, as somebody that's hiring, as a hiring professional, that is like the one of the big red flags for them. Like and their thinking is basically that, well, if you don't care enough when you're filling out the application for this job to pay attention, then you're not going to give a shit when you're working here, and you're going to put your hand in the fryer. So yeah, pay attention. Fill out just take your time with the applications. I know it sucks. God, it fucking sucks. Looking for a job it might be the most unpleasant thing in the world for me. The whole fucking process, I just, it makes me feel so like demoralized and worthless, and like I have a really rough time. That is the deepest depression I've ever been in. The first time I was unemployed, and it lasted like a year and a half. It was real bad. Yeah, it's the worst my depression has ever gotten. So also keep that in mind, right? Like, it's gonna suck. You just got to sort of embrace the suck, as the military says, and just keep your head down and just keep fucking filling out applications. What else do we got? Lilithium is here. She says, downhill. Oh, what fun. Haven't killed a set of wheels in years. Hey, Lilithium knows all about downhill. Yeah, so when you start to slide the board like that, the wheels are no longer spinning. They're sliding, and they're made of urethane, and they wear very quickly. So yeah, with downhill longboarding, you kill lots and lots and lots of wheels, because you're using them as brakes. You're using your urethane wheels as brake discs. Damien, oh, by the way, Lilithium is is one of the finalists in the Fly Like a Girl competition. For the record, Jamie, if you're out there, or Mako, or Onigiri, whoever came up with that name, Oh, shit, No, it's still too loud. Pretend like I'm slow clapping. What a fucking perfect name. I cannot think of a better name than that. For me, like, specifically because female pilots have always intrigued me because they have a different... They always have a different flying style. And it's just like... The flying that we do is so weird. Like, it's so freeing, and it's so unique, and it's so individual. And I've just always loved watching women's flight footage and just seeing... And I've never been able to figure out, like, why, and I probably won't. But, yeah, I don't know, just something about their life experience... makes them fly just a little bit different, and that fucking intrigues the shit out of me. So check them out here. YouTube, where you at? All of their round one edits just got uploaded to the Fly Like a Girl Facebook page, which is what I'm looking for right now. Fly Like a Girl. Because I'm going to give you guys the link, and you're going to fucking love it. Okay, that's too broad of a search. Let's go Fly Like a Girl FPV. No. Lilithium, I'm going to make you a mod. Do me a favor and drop that link into the chat, because you probably know how to find it. Oh, I know how to find it. Never mind. I can just go to my history. Yeah. Get your asses in there. Watch these awesome ladies fly. They're fucking coming for us. We need to all get our batteries charged and get our asses out there, because they're fucking working hard, and they're getting good. They are coming for us. So we can't let them. It's a competition, right? It's boys versus girls. They told me that in elementary school. That's still a thing, right? Okay, I can't. I apparently I've watched 7,000 videos since I went through that playlist last night. But yeah, hopefully Lithium's still here, and she will drop a link. And I just I messaged Jamie a little bit too late, so I didn't. I just, for whatever reason, assumed that only manufacturers were gonna sponsor the contest. But then, a little bit too late, I saw Bot Grinder's logo on one of the Fly Like a Girl posters that they made, and I was like, and it just occurred to me, like, yeah, well, of course, it doesn't have to just be a manufacturer that's sponsoring it. Like, why the fuck? Why shouldn't? And so I messaged Jamie. I was like, hey, I want to sponsor something. What can I do? And she was like, you idiot, you just missed it like by 2 or 3 days. I'm like, oh, great. But then I saw, I've been following Lithium forever, and I saw her post that she blew up 2 motors and was going to be down for a while and wasn't going to be able to compete in the rest of the contest. And I was like, fuck that, because I think she's going to win. And so I messaged her and I was like, hey, I'm going to send you... Where is it? I've had these... so she flies... also, Lilithium, put your... so she flies and is looking for... She blew up 2 of them. Hawksky AT 2208. I forget the KV. It's a 6S KV, maybe 1900, maybe 1850. It's that super secret kebab motor, right? Bob had a bunch of those motors made. If any of you guys have a line on those motors, let her or me know. She's going to try to get directly in touch with Hawksky to see if they have any floating around. Bob seems to think that they will, that they'll be able to sell her some. So that's great. But if you guys have a line on them, or 2 or 3 of them that you don't want anymore or something like that, yeah, get them over to her. But I've got these, when I noticed that they were 2208s, I was like, well, that's fucking great, because I've had these Bardwell 2208s sitting here that I flew, and I've been meaning to do either a giveaway or sell. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So I shot her a message. I was like, hey, I'm sending you Bardwell 2208s. And then it dawned on me. I was like, ooh, I can, if I can't sponsor the contest, I'll fucking sponsor a pilot in the contest. So I was like, Lithium, hey, what do you think about this? I'm gonna sponsor you. You're gonna be Ciotti FPV sponsored. What do you think of that? And she's like, hell yeah. So then I got all excited and I started digging around, and she's flying an Armaton frame, and I was like, I can't have that, man. No, I can't. No, the carbon doesn't go there. The weave doesn't go the right direction in the arms. I can't have that. So I realized that I have some extra glide TPU, and then I was like, shit, I probably have enough extra glide parts to send her one of those as well. So I still have to pull those out, but yeah, she's gonna get she flies a Session 5, and I have extra Session 4. I have extra Session 5 TPU for the glides because Brad sent me a bunch. So I got this. I got a bunch of 23 mil standoffs in here. I found this orange micro sparrow, and I'm just not into the orange thing. So the Armaton frame she flies is full size or mini camera, mini camera. The glide frame is micro cam only. So I'm trying to find stuff so that it doesn't, like, I don't want to send her a bunch of shit and be like, hey, here is a bunch of stuff and you're gonna have to spend another $100. I'm trying to, like, kind of find enough stuff so that she can get something going with maybe like transfer her stuff over to the glide and not be in this situation where it's like, fuck, my camera's too big or whatever. So yeah, this is going out. I think I'm gonna throw a Micro Eagle in there just because I have a bunch of them, and I'm finally kind of moving away from them. And this super custom, amazing BMC 3D Micro Eagle specific mount is in violet, which matches the. You guys know how I am with that. So yeah, I can't wait to shoot this out to her and see what she does with it. What do you guys think of that? Yeah, for real though, get your asses over to that playlist and watch some flying and leave some comments and thumbs up some shit and spread it around, spread the word around. That competition is so fucking cool. It's and I don't know. This hobby is pretty unique in that, like, there's no. I mean, I guess you could say that us dudes played typically, right? In general, men play more video games growing up than women, and I guess you could kind of say that has given men a little bit better hand-eye coordination. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, this is driving was this way too. Driving and now flying, there's no reason that there's no advantage to either gender. That's what I'm trying to. Those are the words that I'm groping for. So yeah, I just want to see more ladies flying. That's all, because I think that their style is super cool and it's different, and it's flying these fucking things is magic, and everybody should be doing it, regardless of gender or budget or whatever. So I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I can to keep everybody in the air. Damian Manyobo says, those are some crazy cool trucks, right? Crazy. Look up Revenge trucks. Revenge trucks are the most elegant skateboard truck design I've ever seen. The original trucks turn more, but they're just not as elegant, and they have parts that wear out. They have like this fucking plastic wave cam in there, and then they've got an actual spring. And they do this thing where they like really they kind of click. They don't click into center, but they center really hard. Whereas these revenge trucks just feel like you're on a legit like longboard surfboard. They're really, really interesting. What else we got? Damian Manyobo says, ouch! Weirdo says, now you're really a skater. Yeah, right? I guess I can't talk shit on my mom because it's like, fuck, I finally do skateboard, and like a year in, I knocked my 2 front teeth out in the form of destroying my left shoulder, which it's I mean, it'll never be the same. It never has been the same, and it never will be the same. So thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom, for not letting me do dangerous, silly shit when I was growing up so that my body wasn't totally fucked for the rest of my life. Tiago says the 7 can be reconverted to naked, even if it only flies once. Super Deluxe says the Hero 8 is fragile. Yes. Scrolling up a little bit more. All right, no, we're good. Airbender says my Beta FPV 95X V2 tomorrow. I was just wondering what you thought about it, the specs on it, like motor size and so on. Oh, I didn't look at that at all. Yeah, I didn't look at motor size or really much of anything. But I will now. Because I'm curious. God damn it. All right, do you guys have a nice handy little... Yes, you do. 99 grams. That's not bad. It's hard to tell, though. 2.5-inch prop, 99 grams, without HD camera, without battery. So 99 on a 4S 450, that's going to go up to like 150. It's going to get a little fat, but I mean, they're all fat. All the cinema rigs are fat little bastards. It's got an AIO. I'm sure it'll blow up. 25 to 350 milliwatt VTX. Hopefully it's good. Beta FPV VTXs are... sometimes they're alright. Sometimes they're not that great. 1106, 4500s. I'm not a fan of 1106s. The tallest 11 series motor that I've ever liked the way it flies is an 1105. Typically an 1104 though. So I'm not in love with those motors. In theory, they'll be a little bit more efficient because they're lighter and they're taller, but realistically, I don't give a shit about efficiency, especially on any kind of a Cinewoop like this. I like when they have the ducts and when they're basically all Cinewoops deal with this shit. They just don't fly well. They have so many fucking bad behaviors. And one of the best ways to get around that is to go to a wider stator motor. So they've kind of gone the opposite direction here, going to with an 11 millimeter wide stator. It'll fly fine. But I think that a 1303, a 1304, even maybe a 1404 would be a much better bet for this. What are the... it's a 4-bolt, so it's a 9x9. Yeah, I would get those motors out of there, especially because they're Beta FPV motors, which are the notchiest motors in the known universe. I would get those motors out of there right away and go to like somebody just came out with a 1303. I forget who it is, but it'll be in like the new products section of every website. Again, think of it this way: 1106, right? So 11 wide, 6 tall. So when we want to go to a wider setup, just add and subtract a millimeter at a time. It's not a perfect system, but it's pretty goddamn good. So 1106 is gonna have a similar amount of raw power to a 1205 or a 1304 or a 1403, which doesn't exist, so you go to 1404. So yeah, in that range, like, but with a rig like this, you don't need big power, which is why I think a 1303 could be really, really good on there. 1303 or a 1304, just make sure that it's a 9x9 base, and but yeah, it'll fly on those 1106s. And I mean this frame doesn't. It's not like a full duct, so it might not be too bad. It's not going to suck. It's going to be fine. And you'll get to use the Gemfan D63 3-blade propellers. FPV camera degree, 25 to 45. What the hell would you put it up? Well, no, yeah, you would need to put it up to 45 to go any amount of speed. So that's actually kind of nice. Camera mount degree. Oh, the full-size camera. Okay, yeah, 15 degrees, and then looks like there's an STL file for 25. Okay, and they recommend a 4S 450. That's what I would that's what I was assuming. So that's good. Yeah. Other than the motors, the VTX is suspect. Maybe it's great. Other than that, shit, I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous that you got one on the way. Let me know how it is. I'm very curious. All right. Super Deluxe says, yes, I'm a very experienced shaman, over 100 guided trips. No BS charging of crystals in the moonlight or bongos. Moonlight, not moonlight. I'm a scientist about it. Hit me up and let's go have some fun in the woods. Yeah, there's, for anybody that doesn't know, there's some very, back in the 70s? The 70s or the 60s, when the war on drugs began, from, I think it was Nancy Reagan. I think Nancy Reagan is who started the war on drugs and really fucked this country over by literally starting the drug war, which has just been just awful. There was a lot of psychologists and psychiatrists were getting some really interesting results with psychotropics, with psilocybin, which is mushrooms, LSD, I believe MDMA, and a couple others. And it like Super Deluxe is saying, and I don't know if I'll ever do this. I'm very interested in it, and it's something that I've done some learning on, but I'm a crazy person, so I'll need to do a ton more learning before I even remotely consider it. But it's very, very interesting, and when I laugh when Super Deluxe says all that, because it's important what he's saying. Like the fact that he says I'm a scientist about it, like that's it. Like the research that they were doing, and from what I remember, psilocybin is really good with PTSD. And I want to say I heard like 60+% of ex-military with PTSD that go through a scientific, they're doing it a lot, not a lot, but it exists in California. You can go, and there's psychologists and psychiatrists that will sit down. They have a whole system set up. They have a bed. It's a whole fucking thing. And they prep you, and they talk to you about it, and they guide you. And like, it's like going to a therapist, right? I mean, it is. It is. You're going to a mental health professional, and they're using these chemicals to tap into parts of the brains that are of your brain that are typically shut down, blocked off, whatever. And it's really, really interesting, and it's total fucking bullshit that we haven't had access to this, right? Like it's just so shit that because mental illness is a motherfucker, and it's just not understood, and we don't know what the fuck we're doing with it. Like, if we hadn't done that, if we hadn't gone on this goddamn drug war, there's a chance that mental illness might not exist. It might be, oh, you have depression? come in and we're going to put you on, 0.0001 of a, we're going to microdose you on God knows what, and we're going to put you through a guided 6-hour thing. Yeah, it's going to cost you $1,000, but I would pay $10,000. I would fucking cut my arm off. There's no amount of money that I wouldn't pay to not have mental illness anymore. We are fucking ranting today. Jesus Christ. Ken Hill headed out to fly and told me to have a good day. Thanks, Ken. Doc Murdoch said, "Rip balls with it, buddy. Can't wait to see crash footage." Rick Zapata said, I have an iFlight Green Hornet, the 4S version, and it flies awesome, even in some wind. I don't know what that one is, but I'm going to look it up. iFlight Green Hornet. We're going to go here, and I'm going to type 4S in at the end, because it sounds like there might be a difference. So that's fully ducted. Okay. You would not believe the difference between a fully ducted rig and a rig that still has the top and the bottom, but just doesn't have those the blockers in between there. It's especially when you the other reason that the Cinesplorer has I don't want to say an issue, but gets pushed around by the wind is it's light. And the fact that it's light is a really good thing because it makes it fly so much better. But no free lunches. I think building a Cinewoop to be lightweight is the right choice. But yeah, the wind is a bitch. So who knows? Who knows what the right combination is? I don't think we've really found it yet. I think we're all still faffing about in the fucking woods with these Cinewoops, just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. But I bet you in a year from now, there'll be like a Cinewoop formula. There'll be like an all-up weight. There'll be a prop size. There'll be a motor that, much like 5-inch, really works well together and is just kind of like that sweet spot. Damien loves the streams and tells me to keep them coming. All right. I was going to quit, but fuck it. I'll keep going. Grumpy FPV says, God, that is more true than... I joke about that, but you guys are the reason that I haven't quit up to this point. So thank you, Damien. Grumpy FPV says you could 3D print some honeycomb bit to go in the holes so air can still flow, but no fingers. So that's true. I would want to do like almost like a fencing. See, the thing is, like, apparently anything, like putting anything in there makes a difference. But yeah, I would. Brat ducks were on the white bookcase behind you, T-Bird says. They fucking still better not be. If they're there, I'm going to be angry because I've been looking for them forever. That's the BQE rig. This is the 6-inch rig. Have you guys seen the 6-inch rig on the crazy bubblegum props? I did. I got the bubblegum props and then I just threw the pink ones away because fuck pink. Look at these big purple bitches. Look at them. Look at that. Look at that swoop there. These props make some fucking jam, dude, and they make a sound. Holy hell, do they make a sound? Oh, I can put a Hero 8. I'm wearing my pajamas. Ooh, I didn't notice that until just now. It's been a fucked up week, boys and girls. They're not back here. They're gone, man. I fucking lost them. I'm an idiot. I guess maybe they're in here behind my photography shit. No, they're not there. No, I do this a fair amount. I'll have like a spot that I put a thing, and I'll put it in that spot a bunch of times. But like that spot won't have like a good like. It'll just be like a spot. It's not like, ooh, this spot makes sense to put this in. It'll just be like a spot that I kept. Well, and then eventually I'll think of like a spot that makes sense to put that thing in, and I'll put that thing there, and then I'll forget. And God damn it! God damn it! I was fucking sure of it. I put them in here. Because they fit perfectly in here. I put them in here at one point. Fuck me! Wow, now they really are lost. God damn it! Oh, that sucks. Yeah, they're for real lost. Which is really annoying because I'm really good about not losing things. Oh. Here they are. They were right there. That's the spot where I put all my extra stuff. They were just right in there. I've been looking for these for like 3 weeks. They were right there. That's where they should be. That's where I put all the extra stuff, and they were right there. If you're gonna be dumb, remember.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。どうしてそこでやめるんだそこで。もう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメやめ諦めたら周りのことを思うよ。応援してる人たちのことを思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところしじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそネバギブアップ。
Doc Murdoch, rip balls with it, buddy. Can't wait to see. Oh wait, we already did that. Airbender FPV with a $20 super chat. Did you get a chance to mail out my Duo today? I did, but it was kind of late, and I dropped it in a box. So there's a chance it won't go out till tomorrow. I'm sorry, dude, but I did put a shitload of stickers in there, so hopefully that makes you feel better. You got all the new stickers too, so hopefully that eases the pain. But I think you're waiting for parts for it anyway. So, Nick Parks, thanks again, brother. Very, very generous of you. Much appreciated. Nick Parks says, just ordered a Meteor 65 frame, starting my first root build. Thanks for all the helpful info in the streams. You're welcome, Nick. You got the right frame. Pick up a cockroach frame too. They're nice to have, and if you go Insta360 Go down the road, the cockroach frame will carry it in a really cool way. And the cockroach frame, you can do 2S. You can put a second battery on the bottom. And they're $3. So it's just, why wouldn't you have one? ESK Race, any spooky things on the way in the mail yet? Were you talking about these? I mean, they're not spooky, but is this what did you know about this this wonderful surprise? I guess anybody who came late, look at this amazingness that was sent over by Yawman and Keith Drones. Look how fucking cool this is. Little clams. It's got everything. It's got everything that people know me by. The saying the word poop a lot, never giving up, and clams. There's Yawman's logo there. Look at that. So fucking cool. That's probably not what you're referring to. I just wanted to show them off again. Super Deluxe with a $4.20 super chat. It's that weed number. Thanks, Super Deluxe. You're the man. Carbon Cage. Apparently your laugh woke my wife. Volume was on 11. Sorry, Angie. That won't be the last time that happens. My laugh is... it was like a shotgun blast sometimes. Where we at? Ever try to drop in anything with a flat spotted wheel done to it at 9 foot? Just say I bounced. Yeah, flat spotted skateboard wheels are no fun. Frank Nicholas says, uploaded to Facebook? That's a shame. Uploaded to Facebook? What uploaded to Facebook? What do you mean? What do you mean, Frank? You just commenting on how using Facebook is the worst thing ever because it's evil, maybe? Travis Cook says, what do you know about the Hyperlight Tooth Fairy 3-inch? I believe that is the frame that Bob made that I really wanted to like move forward with. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the frame design that I wanted to push with Bob to basically so that we could have something like this, so that we could have something like the CB3 that is like the ultimate 3-inch rig in my opinion. But Bob just for some reason hated the way that build flew on that frame. And he just said to hell with it and then moved on to the toothpick stuff. And it like fucking broke my heart because I was like, man, I don't know, I just couldn't get him to bite, man. I couldn't get him to bite on the fucking shit ballers. No, on the 200 gram all up weight 4S 450. Back then, though, we didn't have the motors that we do now. Right now, we've got the Brother Hobby VY 1504.5 motor, and that motherfucker is a game changer. So there's a chance that if Bob had done this now with that motor available, that he might have liked the way that it flew better. But yeah, it's a great frame. It's just it's a little too short for me. The nose is a little too short and there's a little too much prop in view. Like if you're going to build it with HD, there's going to be just fucking acres of prop in view, which for me is kind of a deal breaker. But for anything other than that, or if you like props in view, plenty of people love the way prop in view looks, like Oh My God, for example, then yeah, do it. If you can find it, that's a I won't call it a grail frame, but that's a pretty rare frame to find. So if any of you guys find one of those frames, snag it. I've seen one or two for sale, and I've been like, oh shit, no, props in view. It's always just like, oh, wait, oh, right, I remember. Great frame, though. Great motor protection. Best motor protection out of any micro frame ever built. Hands fucking down. Scroll. Scotland. Oh, I would love to. Oh my God. Mr. Huggy, even here in the UK with the NHS, it took me 2 years to get my mental health issues sorted out. Even meds-wise, I get what would be $2,000 worth a month for $12. Hope you get it sorted out. Yeah, it's yeah. It's a real fucking problem, man. It's a real problem. It like insurance doesn't cover it well, and like it's really bad, man. The mental health situation is, and I can only really speak to this country. It's really shitty. It's really, really shitty, and it is like immeasurably worse in the black community. It is like so much worse in that community. Like mental health is a real issue there. And it's fucking sad, man. It's just like a total fucking breakdown of our, it's such a good example of how fucked our healthcare system is. How about that? It's you know, it's not a tangible thing. It's not a sexy thing. There's not a cure. You know, there's all these things about mental illness that like are, yeah, they just fucking sucks, dude. It really sucks. I will say that this year has been so hard on so many people that a lot more people are actually like waking the fuck up and realizing that it's an actual thing, which is amazing, and that's like huge. So if like nothing comes out of the deadliest virus that the world has ever known, no, not really. The most contagious though, right? Yeah. The most contagious. I guess not. But you know what I'm saying. If anything good comes out of it, maybe it's that. Maybe that's the whole. Maybe that's the story of 2020. Is that it was the year that we got rid of Trump and started looking more at mental health stuff, and that'd be a pretty good fucking year. That'd be a pretty good end to the year. In my opinion. So, who knows? We'll see. Glad you got it sorted out, though, Huggy. Although, I would sorted out is an interesting way to put it. As I'm sure you know, mental illness is for life. There's it sucks. It's the worst part about it is that there's just you the best you can possibly hope to do is manage it, and keep it in check. But it's that motherfucker in your head is not gonna go away, and that's the hardest thing about it. Super Deluxe says, you get that fat envelope of stickers I sent you about a month ago? I did, and I immediately put them directly into my giveaway fodder. It's funny, you sent that envelope when I had like a shitload of packages like all waiting to go out. So like I opened it up and I was like, ooh, the new design, that one's for me. And zip 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 zip, and they were all gone. they all went into packages, and I kept the Matty Blunts design because I fucking love that. For the record, Super, I'm totally gonna fucking rip you off so hard. And I messaged him a couple months ago, and he never got back to me. I don't know if maybe he's pro-Trump and he knows that I'm so anti-Trump, and he's like, yeah, fuck that guy, or he was just busy or whatever. But yeah, I sent him a couple messages like, hey man, I really want to hire you. Money no object. Just I want you to be as creative as possible. Yeah, this is so fucking dope. Such a cool design. I got the whole collection now, guys. I didn't have the black one. I got the I think I got the whole Super collection. Let's see. You tell me. Do I have them all now? I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with these. They're so big. Is that the whole collection, Super? I like the small ones. The small ones I can find places for. I can't find spots for these. As I look down at my big ass tub, that's like the perfect thing to stick them on. I just found a spot for them. Never mind, we're good. Look at that. Wait. 64? Yeah, why not? Where does this thing go? I already have one in there. No, that's a slow one. I returned the Hero 7 without the battery, and they said, "Where's the battery?" I said, "Well, as it was tumbling down the stairs, exploding, there were just things flying everywhere, and I tried to every time I return a GoPro to Best Buy, because they don't always, if they ask what happened." I just tell them that it took a tumble down the stairs, and yeah, I told them it while it was tumbling down the stairs, there were pieces and parts flying out everywhere because I bring them back without the side door, without the lens cover, without the battery, and they always get a kick out of it, and they love to hear that it was just vomiting parts and pieces and memory cards and batteries as it tumbled down 14 flights of stairs or whatever number I choose to pick on that given day. And yeah, and they don't give a fuck. And they go, okay. One time they said, oh, okay, well then let's grab the new one and we'll grab the battery out of the new one. which is totally fine. I'm completely fine with that, or lens cover, or whatever's missing. But yeah, sometimes they don't say that, and I don't know. I feel a little shitty doing that, but I don't know. The warranty is expensive. You know, you got to renew the warranty. It's like another $40-50. If I get a battery out of that deal, then it stings a little bit less. Like, yeah, I'm being a little bit of a shithead, but fuck GoPro. Fuck Best Buy. Assholes. They murdered my whole family. They can fucking eat their children. Look at that! It's a quad that goes fast. All right. What do we got? Mr. Huggy says, are you going to watch the 24-hour of Nürburgring this weekend? I thought Jimmy Broadbent said it was last weekend. I thought I fucking missed it. I was all bummed out and sad. Fuck yeah, I am. And maybe I will do a 24-hour stream. I wanted to do my next 24-hour stream on top of Le Mans, and I did miss Le Mans. You said Nürburgring. Well, shit, that would make me feel better about missing it. Although I feel like I'm right on the brink of maybe getting my sleep schedule fixed. We'll see. We'll see what happens this weekend. Maybe I'll do a. Maybe I'll see if I can do a. Maybe I'll do a petite. So when there's they call them petite Le Mans, and it'll be like a 12-hour race or an 8-hour race. So maybe I'll try to do that this weekend, and I can keep the. Where Huggy, do you have a good spot to watch it? Is anybody good streaming it? Not Facebook only. YouTube. Frank Nicholas. It's called. God damn it! I gotta find it for you guys. Hold on. What? I can't think of what it's called all of a sudden because my brain is a piece of shit that should be beaten that should be beaten to the white meat. If I scroll down far enough, I'll find it here. Scroll. Hey, you guys want to see something weird? Here's my YouTube watch history. This is a terrible idea. It's really not a terrible idea. It's just fucking Jimmy Broadbent and Misha Chowdhury running the goddamn Nürburgring and all kinds of other nonsense. God damn it, where? Come on. No. What? Thursday? What the fuck? Why is it not in here? What? Yo, for real, why is it not in here? Ha! There it is. Fly Like a Girl online freestyle competition. Holy cow, they picked the longest name. Here you guys go. Whammo! It's in the chat. There it is. I found it. God damn it. Oh shit! I'm caught up on chat. Look at that. T-Bird FPV says, I just moved up 10 levels on my mom's Trump gone and mental health. All right. All right. Ones. That's awesome. Slap him on friends' cars. Looks like John Henderson bailed because he didn't like that I was bashing Trump. That's a shame. Sorry you couldn't handle it, John. I get it, man. I am. Yeah, I'm the complete opposite. So I totally get it, but it's a shame because I like to think that I have lots of good content, and hopefully that outweighs the, 2 or 3 minutes that you guys have to listen to me bash someone that. Never mind. I'll stop there. Just for you guys, I will stop there, and I won't finish that sentence. How about that for me being. There's a word. I can't think of it. Doesn't matter. Mr. Huggy found the link at the exact same time as me. That's fucking great. Look at us go. Just Oh, wait, no, yes! No, you linked me to Nürburgring's channel. I didn't know they had their own YouTube channel. What the fuck? Okay. That's mind-blowing. And some people just can't handle politics and religion. Yeah, it's very true. And I'm caught up. Look at me go. It only took 2.5 hours? Holy shit. I wanted to stream for like an hour. Wow. Wow. Damn. All right. I think we're good. Sneak in any last second questions if you'd like. Otherwise, I think I'm out of here. I don't know if I have any flying to show you guys. I haven't really flown other than the drift events. See what I can find real quick for you guys. I just downloaded season 3 of AP Bio. If you haven't found AP Bio yet, it's pretty funny. If you like It's Always Sunny, and especially if you like Dennis Reynolds, watch AP Bio. It's fucking funny. But the 3rd season you can't get on any of the streaming services, so I downloaded it from my super secret torrent site that I sometimes forget that I'm still on. And Long Way Up. Ewan McGregor and... Oh, I forget his buddy's name. I think his buddy's name is maybe Charlie? It's probably not that. But Ewan McGregor and his buddy are very into touring motorcycles. Not the stupid Hardley Abelson ones. They just look like a giant dirt bike, basically. And this is the 3rd time that him and his buddy have done this. They did, the first time they did it, they called it Long Way Round, and they basically tried to ride these touring motorcycles essentially around the Earth. Round ways, this way. And then the second one they did was called Long Way Down, and they tried to ride them, I want to say from the northern tip of Africa, maybe to the southern tip. I'm probably dead wrong there, but it was, long way down. They were going down, south. They just came out with and they're fucking amazing. They're fucking great. Ewan McGregor is a super cool dude, like legit into motorcycles, and they get stuck and fucking, they curse and scream. It's really, 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 really well done. And now they just released Long Way Up, and I can't fucking wait. I'm gonna watch it tonight, actually, unless I fall asleep. Maybe it'll be what I fall asleep to. And then I also grabbed Mysteries of the Universe, Our Solar System, because I'm less of a sci-fi nerd than I am a just like cat just started freaking out because Kristen's coming home. Astrophysics is something that I kind of grew up around since my father worked in alternative energy at a plasma fusion reactor in Princeton called PPPL, Princeton Plasma Physics Lab. So yeah, I grew up around it, and it just fucking fascinates me. And this documentary series looks really, really good. And I also got Spirited Away. I am not into anime or manga at all. I've tried a bunch of times and I've failed. But Adam Savage from Tested just he mentioned in one of his current videos that he did a TED Talk, which I'd seen, but I guess I'd forgotten. Somebody had asked him a question. So Adam Savage is doing live streams now and taking people's questions. I heard he stole the idea from me, that fucker. And somebody asked about his No Face costume, what the story was behind it, I think. And he said in the live stream, he started to like get ready to tell the story, and he said, you know what? My TED Talk explains it better than I ever could. So I went back and I looked up the TED Talk, and in the TED Talk, he talks about No Face is a character in this anime movie called Spirited Away from 2001. And it just watching that TED Talk got me really interested. And he, just hearing him describe some of the storyline behind Spirited Away kind of connected with me. So I'm really excited to watch that as well. And I think that's about all I got. I gave you guys another couple seconds to hit me with another question or two. Drone Pilot mentioned earlier that his Beta FPV 95V2 is so light that on a hillside he dove from 200 meters up, thought he would need to go... Oh, and thought he was going to need to go inverted to bring it back down. Jesus. All right. T-Bird says, dinner ready. See you, buddy. Packers will be here Saturday. And Cola FPV. I haven't seen you in a while either, Cola. Do you like micro or 5-inch more? 5-inch, but it depends on the setting. I mean, 5-inch rigs just fly better. I have yet to get a micro to fly quite as good as a 5-inch rig, although fuck me am I close with these new Brother Hobby 1504.5 motors and the Runcam hybrid. I'm really, really, really close. But 5-inch rigs have magic, and they've just had way more R&D done, and it really shows. So, and they also, 5-inch rigs have this ability to change the scale of like the world that we live in. Like micros, when you're flying them around, like they still kind of feel like you could almost do what they're doing by just walking really fast or running, or it's very hard to... I'll go the other side of it. 5-inch rigs change the scale of the world that we're in. You can hammer the throttle for a split second on a 5-inch rig and fling yourself in your brain up over a 100-foot tall tree. And that's fucked up. Like, there's no... Like, the first time that I did that, it was just like, wait, what? Like, I can do that now with my eyeball, not with my whole body, with my eyeballs, right? 5-inch can do that, and micros just can't quite... I mean, I guess they can. You can just put a big-ass fucking set of motors on and do that kind of stuff, but then they fly like assholes. So, just 5-inch rigs transport me to another, like, dimension. Like, I'm no longer, like, a human being in, like, this body. I'm just this, like, superhuman thing that can fucking go any direction, any speed, accelerate, slow down. You know, it's just it's a very unique experience. It's also very loud and hard to find spots for, and expensive and dangerous. So it's not all sunshine and unicorn farts, but if you can find the spots to fly them, 5-inch rigs for sure. Drone Pilot Super Deluxe says, I'll like Spirited Away. It's just pretend it's live action. Nice. Drone Pilot says, regarding motorbikes, good on you for calling them motorbikes too. A lot of times I call them motorbicycles just to mess with my buddy Brad McManus. He's a motorbicycle guy, and I never have been and never will be, because I know that I don't have the self-control to not just die on one. Regarding motorbikes, ever since I purchased my daughter a motorcycle / touring, her mental health improved 1,000-fold, so I guess it helps. That does not surprise me, actually. There's a lot about motorcycles that I'm very envious of, but there are just some deal breakers there that I mean, at the end of the day, like, all else being out the window, my mother would just drop dead. I like if she found out that I like even rode on the back of one, that I'd be flying up for her funeral 3 days later. Like for real, she would just like just immediately, like she would see the picture on Facebook. That would be it, just instantly, absolutely instantly. So it's just not worth it. It's not worth killing my mother. Tiago says, "You better see all the Studio Ghibli until the next stream. You better see all the Studio Ghibli until the next stream, or I'll go to your house and do scary things with your cries." What do you mean? You better see all the Studio Ghibli. What? See all of it? Hold on. I'm having a smooth moment. I'm having a smooth moment. I have to consult Google. Studio Ghibli. Oh, that's the yeah. Right. I noticed I recognize their logo. I don't recognize the name of them. That's the film company that made Spirited Away, Totoro, all the other. Yeah. Awesome. I'm in. Got it. And then Drone Pilot is going to round off today's stream. No, he's not. Gary Higgins is. Drone Pilot says built a 5-inch rig at 175 grams just because Whole New World cruising with a lightweight 5-inch. My God, that's really light. Gary Higgins says, what micro frame do you recommend? I mean, it depends. It depends if you're looking for a toothpick micro or something that's up towards like 200 grams all up weight, or even something heavier like 250, 300 grams. Basically, to cover all three of those, TP3 for toothpicks. Kebab did all the work to figure that platform out. So he is going to have the best frame, and we should support him. So yeah, FPV Cycle Toothpick TP3 for toothpick stuff. BQE Ripsqueak Micro, which is possibly still out of stock, but is coming back in stock for if you want to go the HD route and carry like a Tarsier or a Runcam hybrid and get onboard HD footage around 200 grams all up weight. And then if you want to go heavy, Acrobrat V2. That's going to be like 250 to 300 grams, and it's just going to continue. It flies a little bit closer to a 5-inch rig, and it's got a bunch more weight, a bunch more mass, momentum. I'm a dead set on the 200 gram all up weight 3-inch like setup. That to me is really the best of both worlds. But there aren't many people doing it, and there also aren't many frames. So yeah. ESK Race with the last comment of the day. He says, look what happens when you forget to threaten us. The table turns. All right, fuckers. I'm going to come to all your houses and eat your faces, and goodbye. Remember... Oh, yeah, now's when I want you to do it, you fuck. Let's see how long he goes. Don't give up. Do shit. Go to ciatifpv.com and click all the buttons. There's all kinds of good shit on there. Patreon is a thing. I'm posting more on Patreon, so if you left because of a lack of posting, you should come back. Etsy store. I spent a shitload of time on the Etsy store all night last night. So go check that out. Lots and lots of new stickers. Get the little small stickers and put them on your goggles, and then take a picture, and I'll make you famous as fuck. Little Cage says hello. He just woke up. What's up, Little Cage? That's about it, I think. Let me take one more look. I'm putting another 5-inch frame onto 15mm standoffs and onto F40 Pro 4s. every order I do, I get one F40 Pro 4 to ease the sting of the fact that they're a fucking $26 motor. But yeah, now I've actually got 5 extras because never ever ever don't have an extra motor. So yeah, now I can get another rig over onto the F40 Pro 4s, which is a good thing because my supply of F40 Pro 2 bells is down to that one looks kind of beat up. So like realistically, 3 of these look really fresh and 3 of these look kind of whooped to shit. So yeah, that's a good thing. And try to find one more thing for you guys. One more thing. What's it going to be? There's got to be one more thing that showed up lately. Oh, yes! Tools! Some new tools. I'm gonna, yeah, I've had some of my tools kind of fail on me. And, that put me into of course, into an Amazon 5-hour fucking rabbit hole. So I found these Tecton Mini drivers. Look how nice these are. They have these nice thick handles. See how they did they made it thicker in this direction, right? Like usually, well, I guess they did the same thing. I don't know. These are really nice. These are the nicest needle nose pliers I've ever held, and I really like these. So yeah, I think these are really nice. I don't know. I up until just now, I had this like, well, if you have tools, just use what you got. But like now that I have a couple nice tools, it's like it's really nice. It's kind of like a treat yourself moment. If you're a Parks and Rec fan, the big one though. I absolutely love this size of ratcheting wrench in 8mm for taking prop nuts off, because you can like wiggle it. Well, this one is fucked. You can get your prop nuts off really fast because when they start to when it's ratcheting properly, you can just wiggle it like this, and it'll just zap a prop nut off. When I was trying Popo, I did a little speed test of how quickly I could change props with Popo versus using one of these guys, and the difference was like 4 seconds for all 4 props, and then I was like, okay, yeah, fuck Popo. But yeah, without this little wrench, it wouldn't have been quite so fast. This Tecton one is the one that comes up when you go to Amazon and you type in 8mm short ratcheting wrench. That's the other thing that's nice, is this length. The longer version of this, you can't like zip it around so quick. But don't buy the Tecton. There are a couple reviews saying that the ratcheting fails after not all that long, and mine did. And I've been kind of limping along with it for a while, but I got this one that looks. I was worried that they're the same thing, just with a different name stamped on them, but they're not. See the subtle differences? Like basically down here is the main difference I can see. Also, this ratchet is it's smoother. It has more detents, which I don't know. Maybe that'll be good. So hopefully this one holds up. I will. Yeah, I'll let you guys know, because like I said, this size of ratcheting wrench is really my favorite way of removing propellers. And I also got a 3-pack of these. So my normal, like everyday, use them all the time tweezers are smooth on the insides here, which is good sometimes when you don't want to mar something up, when you want to be really, really gentle with something. But it sucks when you're trying to like hold a wire because the wire can sit there and rotate, and it's just super annoying. So I got a 3-pack of these ones that have little ridges up here. The only thing I don't like is, see how much they open? they open too wide. I want them to be closed like this. So I keep I have the world's smallest quick grip rather, and I'm trying to just smash it down in here to see if I can get the metal to remember. And I'm gonna do. I got a bunch of. I'm diving back into titanium hardware because Pyrodrone is now selling titanium hardware, and it is different than the titanium hardware that everybody else sells that strips out super easily. These might still strip out super easily, but they're worth a shot. And like I said, they're definitely different. And these blue, heat treat blue. I don't know what the actual name for it is, but when you hit certain titanium with a shitload of heat from like a blowtorch, for example, it'll go like brown and then blue and then purple and then to just like a goldish after that. You got to be careful. You don't have to be careful, but it's hard to catch it. And I want to do a little short video on how to blue titanium. So I got this little. I got them all lined up here. But yeah, when you blue titanium, it's so fucking satisfying because you just sit there with a torch and it changes color, and then you and you pull the torch away and it's still got a little bit of extra heat, so it'll still change a little bit more. And you got to get the timing just right. And like if you're off by like a half a second, like it can go from like this really beautiful blue purple to just this ugly fucking brown dog shit kind of. Or if you come really close to catching it, that's gonna be a bitch to show. It'll kind of go like this greenish blue, which is okay, but when you really get it good, when you get it at just the right time, it looks fucking great. It'll do this like blue, purple, fade, color changing thing. It is really, really cool looking. Just one of the little weirdnesses that, I don't know, titanium in motorsports is this like holy grail thing. So it's got this secret place in my heart. But because with car parts, to get like a titanium exhaust will be like $2,000 or actually it's probably gonna be a lot more than that if it's a half decent titanium exhaust, because cars, there's a lot of material, and titanium as a material is expensive, but our shit's very small, so we can get titanium stuff and not have to pay $10,000 for it. Drone Pilot says it's like a that's true. It's like a Grand Prix pick stop tool. And all right, we're good. Super Lux is yeah. If you guys message me if you saw any tools that interest you, I'm 99% sure that these are going to be just from feeling them, these are legit. These, if you need needle nose pliers, or if your needle nose pliers are rusty and disgusting and just not great like mine were, yeah, let me know. I'll get you an affiliate link, or just hit one of my affiliate. I have a million Amazon affiliate links, or CiadiFPV.com. There's like one Amazon affiliate link that you hit, and it'll go to some random. I think it's a fucking I think it's like a Crossfire Nano, but it doesn't matter. It drops the cookie into Amazon, and then that whole order that you do goes under me. Yeah, I think those are for sure a winner. The other ones, I'm going to beat the shit out of as quick as I can to see how they hold up. I'm out of here. You guys are awesome. Click shit if you'd like. Thumbs ups, whatever. Thumbs down if you hate me. Subscribe if you're not, or else I'll kill you. And leave a comment if you want to be a super goddamn rock star. CIOTTIFPV.com. You gotta spell it right, Frank. T-Bird says, I thought you were done. I'm back. Now I'm done, T-Bird. I waited until you came back to finish up. So yeah, I'm out. Be good. Tip your waiters. And, I don't know. Go fly. That's it. Yeah, go fly. Goodbye.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。どうしてそこでやめるんだ。そこでもう少し頑張 張ってみろよ。ダメダメダメ、目諦めたら周りのことを思うよ。応援してる人たちのことを思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところしじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそ